Shalom. Good evening, Christian Media Summit 2025. How are you today? Are you good? Enjoying yourself? Very good, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends of Israel, it's truly a great honor and a privilege for me to be here with you tonight. Seeing also so many familiar and friendly faces in the audience. Bishop Stern, Troy Miller from NRB, Nitzan, thank you so much for this remarkable event. Thank you so much. Albert Wexler, I think I saw also a member of Knesset, former member of Knesset, Yehuda Glick. Shalom, shalom. I can't see anything now with the light, so I apologize if I forget some people. I believe that we are living in extraordinary times, right? I think you would agree with me. You know, we've witnessed incredible miracles only in the last year. Israel has eliminated some of the world's worst and biggest terrorists. Hamas, Islamic Jihad, we've hit them harder than ever before. We've defeated Hezbollah and the Syrian army. We've attacked in Yemen, 2,000 kilometers away from our borders. And together with our greatest ally, the United States of America, we've taken out Iran's nuclear capacities and much more. Yeah. Yet, these are also times when truth is under attack, when Western civilization is shaken to its core. Our values, faith, family, freedom are being challenged by the forces of woke ideology, holosecularism, radical Islam, and anti-Semitism. The world is obsessed with Israel, singles it out for criticism, and applies double standards that are so obvious in the media, on college campuses, and in international institutions. Since 2023 alone, in conflicts around the Middle East and Africa, hundreds of thousands of people have killed, millions displaced. But the world focuses only on Israel. Did you know that in Sudan alone, since the civil war broke out in April of 2023, at least 100,000 people have been killed? But where's the world outcry? Where are the protests on the streets of London, New York, and Paris? Where are the UN condemnations? A war without Jews is simply no news. Only in the last couple of weeks since the ceasefire in Gaza started, Hamas has been executing civilians on the streets, but no one cares. No one is marching through the Western capitals or rallying in college campuses. And yet, there's hope. There's a light shining from Zion. You know, my friends, Israel is a miracle. A proof, thank you, Donna. The proof that a God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob keeps his promises. You know, British journalist Alistair Heath he captured that in an incredible article, and he wrote as follows. A nation this small, he said, should not be this strong. Israel has no oil, no vast resources, a population barely the size of a mid-sized American city, surrounded by enemies, hated at the UN, boycotted, attacked, and yet it thrives. It turns desert into farmland. It makes water from air. It intercepts rockets in mid-air. It rescues hostages under the noses of the world's worst regimes. The Jewish people were supposed to disappear long ago, but they didn't. They came home. They rebuilt their land, they revived their language, and they brought their dead back to life in memory, in identity, and in strength. And Heath concludes, Israel doesn't make sense unless you believe in something beyond the math. Unless you believe that God still keeps his promises. My friends, I believe that this is exactly the reason why Israel drives the world crazy. Because if Israel is real, then God is real. Maybe history is not random. Maybe evil doesn't get to say the last word. Maybe the Jews are not just a people, they are a testimony that God's covenant is still alive. And that's why you are all here. Because you know this story is not just about Israel, it's about all of us. Yes, Israel is on the front line of this battle of common civilization. It's a battle between faith and nihilism, between life and death, between light and darkness, radical Islam, woke ideology, militant secularism, and anti-Semitism. They want to erase God from our societies. The only way to actually defeat them is with something stronger: a renewed faith, a renewed covenant, and a renewed alliance. This is a necessity for Israel, but not just for Israel. It's a necessity for the entire West. Our enemies know what they want. They have a vision. We must also. Israel must lead. It must shine as a beacon of moral clarity. But you, Christians who love the Bible, you are our greatest partners in this mission. Together we proclaim a simple truth. God is faithful, his promises stand, and history is not over. It is unfolding before our eyes. And you help us to tell that story. With honesty, compassion, and faith, you are the bridge between Jerusalem and millions of believers who see in Israel a light of hope. When you report the truth, you help fulfill the words of the prophet Isaiah, "Out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem." So let us stand together for truth, for life, for freedom, for Israel, for the covenant that binds us all together. May God bless each and every one of you. May God bless the state of Israel. Thank you so much.